Yo guys, welcome back. We have some more news on the upcoming pack and we have one big surprise that I also want to talk about in this video. So guys, welcome back as always. A few days before we get the new pack, which will be on the 10th of January, we are getting news in the client, but obviously Master Duel Meta has already the site up, so we can also go check that out. We have upcoming selection pack, secret packs in Indomitable Pride and Transcendalism. So as always, we are seeing some of the ultra rare rarities here, and then also some new cards that were not like confirmed, but we already knew they were coming. For example, the SUPRISE Samurai Wakaushi, as well as Gold Pride Star Leon, because we know that we get all the Gold Pride stuff. We know that we got all the super heavy samurai stuff. So no big surprise here. So let's at first look at this here. I'm super happy that we have the super heavy samurai Brave Mazuravo as an ultra rare, because that means this one you won't need in the super heavy samurai deck. So that is a -1 ultra rare that you will need. Gold Pride Star Leon, also an ultra rare that, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the biggest Gold Pride fan or expert, but I think you do not need this card. It's not really played in the deck, so this is also nice, making cards that we would normally need or would normally not need an ultra rare. This will also mean that these cards will probably get an animation, which is a bit sad because then we won't see the animation because you never play the cards. We have the Visas Amritara that we already knew of, an ultra rare, not a big surprise here. I also think that this card will get an animation, and that could be quite cool. So new support for Manadium. I'm super happy. I like the deck, though it still needs a bit more stuff to be more viable, especially in the Master Duel meta and the Master Duel area because of Maxi, right? And then we will come to this in a moment, we have the Dreaming Nemleria, which this is core of the Nemleria archetype that we are getting, not very impactful, not very strong, but you need 3 Dreaming Nemleria, so there's already an ultra rare there. We can only hope, at least that's my opinion, that a lot of the ultra rares will be Nemleria ultra rares, so we will get around about 12 to 13 ultra rares, so there are 6 more left that have to be filled. And we can expect there to be more super heavy samurai and more Gold Pride stuff, obviously. And then we have the super heavy samurai prodigy Wakaushi, which, if there's one interesting archetype, at least for me, it would be super heavy samurai, though I'm not super interested in it. The Prodigy Wakaushi is definitely a card that you need 3 of. It's the main starter search card for the deck that enables all the plays. You want to start with this if you can. There will always be guides next week when it comes to the super heavy samurai stuff that you can watch here on the channel, as always, basically. But yeah, you will need 3 of this, and then there's another pendulum card that's also very important, the Big Bang Kai, which could also be an ultra rare. Then we would already have 6 ultra rares, but remains to be seen. Maybe this will be a more cheap archetype like Pearly was in the beginning, which would be quite nice. And then we have something that will also release that we have talked about before. As you can see here, unconfirmed leaks from Decayed Dinomorphia on the November 27th. So we are getting a new secret pack, introducing a new archetype, Transcendosaurus. The new secret pack is available, featuring cards related to Transcendosaurus and Dinomorphia. So we are getting new Dinomorphia support and new Dino support. And I think this makes a lot of sense. We are quickly switching over here to a DB Yugi card. This is Wild Survivors, a set that we are already on, and we can quickly scroll down here and see which cards we have already gotten. And you can see there's the Vanquish Soul archetype here. This was a deck building set. For all of you who do not know that deck building set, we are getting 4 main sets throughout the year, main booster sets, and then we are getting, I think, 3 deck building sets. Correct me if I'm wrong here in the comments, guys, but 3 deck building sets that introduce new archetypes. For example, Rescue Ace, Mikanko, and Pearly was Amazing Defenders, also a deck building set. But you can see we already have gotten the Vanquish Soul stuff from this pack, and then also the Nouvelle stuff, which, as predicted, has not really made an impact. And then there is also another thing here in the deck building pack, and that is the Dinosaur support, which a lot of people were waiting for, because Dinosaur seems to be quite a fan favorite, I would say. We already know that we get Transcendosaurus Gigantosaur, which is not very impactful, but I think we can predict that we will get all the other Dino support in the secret pack. That would make sense, because then Konami can basically make a tick box when it comes to Wild Survivors, and the set is then done, and we can leave it behind so that we would then also have finished Cyberstorm Access, the main set that we are currently on, and then the next things to come would be a Duelist Nexus, which is a very impactful and interesting set with a lot of new support cards for already existing archetypes. So that will be very, very interesting. So in my opinion, the January a bit of a low curve, a bit of a downtime in Master Duel, but then in February we should get very interesting cards. There is Salamangreat support, there's Unchained support, there is the Rescue Ace support, there is the Infernoble Knight support, and then we also get new Pearly support. So a lot of stuff coming in the next pack, I think. But yeah, I think we will get the Dino stuff here, and the most important ones being the Xeno Meteorus and the Ground Xeno, which says add one dinosaur tuner or dinosaur normal monster from your deck to your hand, then destroy one card in your hand, which is always nice with dinosaurs. They want to be destroyed, obviously. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon one dinosaur fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. Not quite sure. I think you do not really use the second effect of this to go for this, for example. This is not a card that is played. But yeah, this is really a nice support for dinos, and then you can see there were also reprints. And then another card that is in here, let me quickly check, the Evolzalas, or maybe not, right? Okay, maybe I'm mistaken here. I was under the impression the Evolzalas was also in here. Might also be the case that we will get this in the next pack, Duelist Nexus, could also be the case. So we are expecting the Dynamorphic support together with the Dinosaur support, and then we already have some infos on the rarities when it comes to the next pack. So guys, let me know in the comments, are you ready for this? What will you be investing in? Will you be investing in anything at all? I am not quite sure, to be honest. It depends a bit. If the super heavy samurai stuff will be cheap, then I might be investing into that. We can quickly check for the cost that is already associated with the deck. So what we will need is we need the wagon. I think one of the wagon we need 2 or 3, 2 at least. The super heavy samurai scarecrow, which is a super rare. That's nice. We need this one. This is a rare. We need this one. This is a rare. What else? Soul Horns is not an important card. I think this is a one of the Soul Peacemaker, which is also a rare. Then we need this one we don't need. This is an ultra, we already know that. We need 3 Wakaushi that I already talked about. We need 3 Big Bankai, and then I think the deck is also playing 3 Motorbike, because this one adds the Wakaushi, if I'm not mistaken. And then we play 1 Stealthy and 1 Soul Gaia booster. So as of right now, the deck is not very expensive. Obviously, you need the extra deck, Synchro monsters from the extra deck, cards like Appaloosa and stuff, but that should be already in your collection because those are staples. So it remains to be seen. This could be a very cheap archetype depending on the ultra rare, like the ultra rares that will get the ultra rare tech when the pack comes out. So if we, for example, would get the Big Bankai ultra rare, then we would maybe only need 6 ultra rares for the deck. Remains to be seen. So we still need to see what this one, this one, this one, and this one will be in terms of rarities. But yeah, I think, in my opinion, if this will be a cheap archetype, then I will maybe go for that. Otherwise, I'm crafting obviously my 1 Visas Amritara. This is also something, obviously I will do a pack video on the day that this pack will release, but this is also something I would recommend to you if you only want the Manadium support. Then just go and craft a Visas Amritara and be good with that. But yeah, it remains to be seen. We will have to see, the more to that on the 10th of January when the pack comes out. So guys, thanks for being here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you excited for the secret pack, for the selection pack? Thanks for being here, and we will see each other in the next one.